Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and I am in with Rashi. Look at those growth like crazy. She didn't have her nails rebalance for 5 weeks, and we are here today to do a nice rebalance and go just a plain nude with the few sparkles going on. That's what she wanted for a change from, you know, those kind of all brave colors and things. So first of all, I have sanitized her hands, and then I'm pushing back her cuticles. And Rashi has shortened those nails, as you can see it. I mean, the growth is really huge. So we need to rebalance it. Also, I'll be talking also about the questions you're putting on the channel, because I think they are amazing. But first of all, we need to remove the product from them, like the design. And if any gel is intact, you just want to leave it because there is no point of removing it. So I'm always inspecting for any kind of liftings, especially when the nails have been on for such a long time. As you can see it, they completely lose their balance, and obviously we have to reshape them quite decent because Rachi touched it with the file, but it was just getting too long. As you could see it on the ring finger, I had a tiny bit of the lifting on the right side, and I'm just almost cutted it off. So I'm always filing before the lifting. So eventually the lifting just jumps out like. And I'm using the safety bead, which is an amazing, very fast and effective bead, which speeds up my work so much. You know, it goes into the fiber gels like in a butter, to be honest, because the fiber gels are also very easy to file. Like for those of you who have used them, you have probably noticed a difference in like how well the file takes it. And again, I've got a tiny bit of lifting in here. If I spot any lifting, I would sometimes jump out from one nail to another, because I don't want to produce too much of the heat friction from the e-file on my client's nails, you know. She didn't make actually too bad job. I am actually loving the fact that she did hold the file underneath, so they are quite neat. Yay! The education takes a place, and obviously that's made her nails to be much comfier, because from going underneath, what she did is she removed an extra thickness, because with the structure we've got like a thin nail, then we've got our apex, which is like lots of product in there, and then at the end the nails are nice and thin, but when we shorten them they become thicker and thicker. So if you go with your file underneath, then that will take off the thickness as well, and it wouldn't break the seal. So I'm just gonna show you that actually, because I think it was actually quite a recent question. I have seen it on one of the groups as well, like who of you file after doing the nails, like so after they finish, who touch the free edge, like and how can we do so if we have to cap the free edge? I think it is a really good question, because normally we have been taught to cap the free edge, like, and if you don't cap the free edge, nothing is gonna last. And I use filing technique after I finish the nail enhancement for any kind of product, for gel polish, for hard gel. So any product I've got on the nails, I would still quite often take a hand file and just file it underneath. But all the idea about it is to file in that angle, so you are, if you're holding the file that way, you are gonna scratch that free edge too much and break a seal. But if you're coming in from underneath, you're almost blending it like the same, like I'm blending the area around the cuticle. So brand new file, get rid of all those sharp edges. And what I'm usually doing, guys, this might be actually a good tip as well for you. So first of all, like the things can be quite sharp, and you don't want to go and file some sort of too much in a gentle area. So quite often what I can do it as well, like to speed up my work, I kind of get my file used a little bit. So I would only file like fast and as safe areas. I can see the pink is really short, so I need to shorten rest of them. But what I'm doing now is I'm just filing really fast to get my file a bit comfier. Okay, like kind of not that sharp. Rashi has very delicate skin, but I think she has improved. So either she's working less
Using less chemicals.
or she's applying some cuticle oil maybe more.
I do.
You do? Okay, okay. So she's still working very hard, but she's applying more of a cuticle oil. I am filing, honestly, guys, just whatever, really. But mainly thinning out the free edge and shortening them so slightly. And again, my file kind of goes a little bit underneath just to blend that natural nail with the product further, and that's prevents you those nasty lifts which are happening at the free edge. Okay, because the product is blended, it's same like if you would apply the product around the cuticle area and you would just leave it that way. That's another reason why I'm filing the free edge even after, like to make sure everything is nice and smooth. Okay, my file feels really beautiful and sharp, but not risking the things. So I'm just gonna go back and tidy up all of them, shape and everything. So another good question I had, it was how do I deal with the daylight on my nail desk? So I am actually quite lucky, guys, because the windows we've gotten here are very high. Gosh, they are easily 2 meters from the floor, maybe. Yeah, about, no, maybe I overdone it, 1.5 meters from the floor, which means, and the desks are about 1.5 meters from the wall, which means even if the daylight comes in, it's kind of miss my desk. Of course, some parts of the light can still penetrate, like, and what I'm doing always is I'm storing my brushes in a drawers. So in my nail desk I've got drawers and I just store my brushes there. But the product wouldn't be affected during the application time because, as I say, I'm kind of sitting more in the shadow. So that's how I deal it. In the previous salon we had roller blinders, and sometimes when the sun was going on the afternoon time, I had to use them because otherwise they would, yes, cure your product on the brush. So for those of you who cannot like place the nail desk in a complete shadow, then obviously you need to have some sort of curtain or something to block the daily light. And that's the reason why I choose the nail desk on this side, not on the other side of the room, because I actually took that into the consideration as well. Okay, they are start getting nice shape. You did actually fantastic job, honestly. Like, first of all, because you have touched, because the growth is huge, like, I mean, when I push back the cuticles, like, you can see it, it's like half of the, half, yes, absolutely. So, you wouldn't, because you have shortened them, you have kind of bring it back the balance, so they stop being wobbly.
Yeah.
The worst thing is, like, once we go past 4 weeks, the nails become kind of wobbly because they are losing their balance. We've got the apex in there to hold things in place, and quite often I was nicely demonstrating it on the business card, like, and place something on top of it and show like when it's moving. I hope you can guys imagine that. So this is what is happening with the product and the nail enhancements. That's why Rashi did an amazing job on preventing those, she's like, yes, yes, on preventing those movement, which could cause an extra and unnecessary lifting on the nails which are so old. Another question I get to ask quite a lot. We actually need to do some talking videos as well. Like, let me know, guys, if that will be an interest of you. Like when I'm actually just sitting with a nice cup of coffee, maybe in my garden or something, and we could chat, just chat. Like, I know we need to do the live video as well sometime because you guys loving those live videos. There is always some wee surprises for you as well, like our sales, discount codes. So I know everyone loves those kind of live videos, and we might do one soon, I believe. And but I'm thinking also about just like I'm really concentrating on the one subject. So say example, like even the how I'm managing the daylight, I could pick up actually your questions and do some extra videos sometimes, or just replace them maybe on Saturday of more of a theory and talking ones, because I think no one actually covers those kind of subjects, and then it will be easier for you to find them, because normally I pack the tutorials, like when I'm doing a client news, with lots of extra information, but they can kind of almost get lost. But we could do a separate subject and do it like, I don't know, subject 1, how to deal with the sunlight when we're working on the clients. Question 2, like how to store the brushes. Question 3, prices. Question 4, and so on and so on. So let me know if you're happy if we would swap maybe those Saturday videos, tutorials, for some time into those talking videos. Like a little bit more theory. Because to be honest, if you go back, like if you miss some subject, we've got over 1,000 tutorials on the channel. And if you're looking for like, or if you're quite new in here for questions, or you've got some struggles, you could go back and search those videos. Okay, we are getting almost done with the preparation of those nails. And I am so happy with the condition of them for 5 weeks. There is also a video on how the previous set was done, so you can see it, my prep. I mean, obviously I'm doing exactly the same nail prep every single time, just to make sure things last really long time. Okay, remove the dust, and then let's do the cuticle work. So at this stage, for me, the most important part is any cuticle on the nail plate, but I can see it, I've got actually quite a lot to trim this time as well, so we are gonna do that. Now, speed goes 20, so for removing of the products, I'm on the full speed, which was 30. Now I'm just 20, and I'm just cleaning the nail plate. I'm using the Frost trim bit, which I quite like it because it is decent size to work efficient, like, and quite fast. I'm also exfoliating a little bit, like, and pushing back the cuticles with it. So that really helps me prep the nail plate properly. I also really, oh no, we need to talk. I really need to do the talking videos as well. Now I also managed to book a rush in today into one of the quietest days, like, because I had actually 1 or 2 videos when we recorded through the most busy days, like with everyone in salon. So that was actually quite difficult. So whenever possible, I will be trying to kind of pick the most quiet times and the days for the recording. Okay, fantastic. Now we are ready for the next part. So now I need to just remove the excess of the cuticle, just the excess. So I am not gonna trim it, all of it, just a tiny bit. Just enough so I can apply the product safely. And the reason for doing only so little is we've got so much filing to do it. And we've got all the products going on that I don't want to have this very gentle area to be exposed to the products too much when it's freshly done. And also because we've got so much buffing, like some of it will be gone as well, so there is sometimes no need of going too much, because we kind of exfoliated it with the buffer as well. So I'm really just trimming the biggest excess. I don't think so I have ever had this much to remove from you.
Mhm.
But that's because it's 5 weeks as well, so. Yeah, because sometimes we even almost don't remove it and we just do it at the end. Yeah, so with Rashi, I usually skip this step, like, and we do only the step 2 with the cuticles at the end of the filing. I never had this much on you. This is so satisfying. Oh gosh. Now we'll scrub to dehydrate the nail plate. See, and that's the thing, because we've got so much dehydration, so many products to go on, you don't want to have this area like done crazy before you finish all the steps. And I'm kind of trying to brush away any dust particles and make sure you go into those places here, like you want to go and clean it, those places, because the middle is always perfect. Like, I find that this is the most useful tip for all my beginner students and everyone who is just starting out, that you need to really clean all those sides. Now, an extra nail prep, which is a nail dehydrator as well, just a nice and small scoop of it. If you've got, so these are Rashi's natural nails, and actually look at the color of her natural nails, it's unbelievable, like really nice and beautiful, I must say it. So she is wearing the nail enhancements, what, 4 years maybe? Times fly.
Easy. Yeah,
Were you before
4 years.
pandemic?
Just after.
Just after.
2021.
Yeah, so 4 years. Oh, I was right, 4 years. And we never remove those nails. Like, I mean, there is no need of removing the product if things are intact. You want to only do the roots, and the best way how you can explain it to your clients, universal air bond now, is that you do only roots like in a hair. Like, nail plate is a keratinized tissue cells. Not tissue, cannot say tissue, cells, keratinized cells, and we've got similar ones like in a hair, and I always kind of try to compare it to the hair. If you're having an highlights done and you would keep applying the product all over the hair, you will eventually burn them, and it's the same kind of thing with the nail plate. I mean, obviously you wouldn't burn the nail plate, but you want to only do the roots and keep the other nail plate intact without of touching it anymore, because there is no need. Milky pink, that's the color which Rashi has on her nail plate, and we are gonna use that. So I'm just grabbing my brush, which was stored in a drawer, and apply nice and thin layer. Cap the free edge, nice and thin layer. And now this is actually amazing as well, because different amount of the product cures differently. Like, I mean, one thing is like curing the right amount of the time, but for everyone it is going to be different. There isn't such a thing like that you have to cure the product like a 60 seconds and it's gonna be fully cured, because one person might apply just a correct amount of the product and the other person might apply far too much product, cook it, so it's not gonna be cured. What I'm loving to do it, guys, is, and this is fantastic, so first of all I'm pressing down this product into the nail plate, which really get into those grooves which you have done it with the file. And then secondly, most of the times, like I do really nice and thin layer, and means this thin layer is gonna be perfectly cured in a 60 seconds time. So the layer which is touching the nail plate, the one which is closer to the nail plate, is gonna be like fully cured, because it's such a thin layer. Change. And I think this is really crucial as well, like especially when you're working with glitters or when you're working with some other things which we encapsulate. That's my block, the light penetrating through it. And I know some people work really thick and there is no way the product would cure, even if you've got everything just like the way it should be. It doesn't mean the product is going to be fully cured because you are working too thick. Okay, nice apex, not over the top. So when I'm doing a completely new set, always those nice and thin layer, so it cures really nice. And then when I'm applying the apex, I always still want to work on the slip layer, but now the reason is different behind that change. I like my products to spread nicely. So this layer is a good layer for a client's product, is nicely and properly cured. You are not risking on any kind of layer miss through it, especially the bottom one if you're working very thick. I am working really nice and thin. They are natural nails and they don't need lots of structure. You can see it, they can withstand hard work for 5 weeks, no trouble. And then again apex. And the gel, like we had unbelievable weather, like I mean guys, it is crazy. Change. The weather is so nice, it's unbelievable, like unbelievable. It actually almost doesn't happen like this hot. So we're getting spoiled, and you can see it. I mean, obviously it's early morning, but my gel is a fantastic consistency. I love it. This is just a perfect consistency for me to work with. Like you can see it, how beautifully it starts self-leveling. Change. And that's speeding up my work so much as well. I mean, we obviously are into 23 minutes of recording. I didn't stop anything, and I'm talking so much. I'm working so slow because, I mean, obviously when I'm recording, I'm trying to work slow, like really slow, so you can guys see the things, and I'm talking so much, showing the things. So sometimes I would say it can take double. Change. Recording files, not recording. The shaping shouldn't take us longer than 15 minutes, and then the design, I would say about, let's say half an hour for a design. So very nice and fast set, because the gel consistency is fantastic. And then small scoop for apex. Again, no pressure. I find it when Patrick was doing Olivia's nails, he did struggle with this one. I'm not sure if this video, which video is gonna be first, but because that was a long video. But yeah, put this one on top just for 2 seconds. Yes, Patrick did Olivia nails, and they actually turned it out pretty. You will need to watch that video, actually. And you guys as well, if you didn't watch it, I take the top hand. So what I did is like, I wanted to just freeze those 2 fingers for a couple seconds so the product doesn't run. And now I can do the thumb. And by this time, my right hand is gonna be cured and ready for the filing. So I love working that way. And if you notice it, like I'm doing always one or two, about 2 nails on the right hand and only 1 on the left. And that's the reason for it. I want my right hand done first. Okay, cook it. Brilliant, that's it all cooked. So I'm just gonna show you how to remove the inhibition layer and how to file it. Take a UV cleanser and make sure you do clean everything properly, like really nice and properly. We are laughing with Rashi, I cannot hide it from you guys. Show me the right hand. I start recording but I didn't press the play button and there was so many useful information, guys, for you. Anyway, we're doing a repeat. So, we are removing inhibition layer. Make sure, guys, you do clean it really properly. Like we try to don't touch skin with the products, and it's the same thing which applies during the during the inhibition layer removal. Now shaping, you want to file nice on the one side, nice on the other side, and then sort out the free edge. Okay, you can see it how already the shape starts changing. They are quite short, so I do not have, because Rashi shortened them, I do not have lots of room for shaping. So I need to kind of file clever to don't overfile those places because there is no room to overfile that nail. Like you can see, it is so short already. Okay, next one. So here I've got lots of room. Now what I wanted to show you in the previous videos was file nice and straight one side. Look at this line, nice and straight on the other side, because we want those to be nice and equal. Doesn't matter what shape we're doing, you always have to file it nice and straight. And for those of you who are worried about like any kind of cuts going on in here, look, if we take a file and we file nice and straight, you can go and file like this 3 hours and nothing is gonna happen to the client. Okay, there is a protection area here like a wee sponge, so if you hold it straight, nothing is gonna happen. If you put your file at the angle like this, so here, yes, I'm gonna hurt my client, okay? So the edges are sharp, but not this part in here. So make sure it's nice and straight, not at the angle. At the angle, you are gonna actually cause a trauma. Thin out the free edge and blend around the cuticle area. Again, look what I'm doing. I'm kind of re-pushing those cuticle because I don't like to force it in a one kind of move on the first step. I like to do it things gradually. We've got another nail, and I'm trying to do an almond shape, but it's a kind of, I feel like almost impossible with the length we've gotten here. So I'm gonna kind of go in between almond and a rounded shape, because otherwise they will look silly. If I'm trying to push it for almond shape, I would overfile them far too much and they are actually not gonna look nice. So we are gonna go in between an almond and a rounded shape. Again, thin out free edge and blend around the cuticle area. As you can see it, after my filing places, that's most of the places I have left the apex area without filing it, because there is no need of that. Mainly I need to protect the free edge and I need to protect around the cuticle area. The top part is just gonna be buffed. So first of all, it saves you lots of time, like crazy amount of the time, if you apply the product that way. So like I try to make it as smooth as possible with the product, but also without spending too much time on it. I let kind of gravity do the job for me. and then blend the cuticle area, thin out the free edge. Just relax a little bit. Okay, next step is I'm just gonna take a wee bowl and we are gonna do the nail fold exfoliation. Nice and gentle. So my speed is the lowest one. So like when I'm doing this part, I am working on very nice and low speed. You don't want to go too much. Nice and slow clean. I always also check it with the clients if they don't feel the heat friction. And then put it back into the reverse and we are doing the other side. I love doing this part because it's changed the shape of the nail fold so much. Sometimes if I'm so basically you can see it, I'm working on a dry skin, like a really dehydrated skin, and I want that because you kind of see it better, see it more. But sometimes when I am kind of reaching almost the right point and I don't want to overdo it, I hold the wipe in there and I just clean it so slightly to see it, how the things looks. Because you know, when you've got dehydrated skin, things looks really, really bad. And I want to kind of keep the things dehydrated. I am almost there. That's it, rest, trim it. I like to keep those things dehydrated so the nail enhancements last me really nice and long time. We are gonna go for a full color, so before we apply the color, I will also keep pushing the cuticles back as well. Okay, I'm happy with this one. Next step, so I like to take a gray buffer, and with the gray buffer, what will happen is, like, I will also keep pushing back those cuticles, and I will kind of expose another parts which might be otherwise not visible. This way I find it like the cuticle work, I have done it, is lasting much longer to my clients. I'm just gonna remove those sharp edges. And with the gray buffer, I'm also reshaping the free edge and the entire surface. So in the middle, you can go nice and fast, protect the client's nail folds. On the sides, nice and slow. So this one is very, very sharp. Please watch like going into that places here underneath. Nice and slow. Same on the sides, nice and slow. We can only do it quite fast and decent in the middle. And another important thing, I'm kind of going that way. Don't go that way. Again, same thing apply. This part is safe, this part isn't. So this is a part which is extremely sharp, and this part is absolutely fine. I think they short us for a while. Yeah, they're probably the shortest. But short nails can look really nice and pretty as well. We have to make sure they are nicely manicured and things looks really good. That's the gel polish is applied nice and neat. Okay, happy with that. So we are just gonna trim the cuticles the last time, then clean them, and then they will be ready for a gel polish application. Okay, brilliant. We are gonna do exactly the same, guys, on the other hand, and then I will come back to you. So just clean the things and do exactly the same on the other hand, and then we can paint them. Okay, we are ready for a painting. So I'm just gonna grab the cuticle pusher, and just before I paint, I'm kind of tidy up that area one more time. Remove the excess of the gel polish, and I like to paint like almost the sides first, because again the middle is always perfect. The gel polish is very watery, so I have to also keep observing how is it behaving, and if it's necessary I will have to cure the product, like even if it's applied just on a 1 or 2 nails. But this color is absolutely unbelievable. We are using the light latte 187, like really, really nice and pretty. And I think it will look absolutely insane with an chrome over it as well. And yes, but we are gonna do a little sparkle on a ring finger brush. You wanted a very plain set, nice and plain set, and that's what we are gonna do it. I think it's also a perfect time of the year for this color. And I had it on my nails as well, and I loved it so much. Okay, I'm kind of keep observing as well, and we are gonna cure it. I will do thumb separately, so cure it. Okay, perfect. So that's it freeze. Now I can do the thumbnail. So again, push it back so slightly, remove the excess of it. I need you closer so I don't hit with my hand the camera. Thanks. I've got the camera just right on where my head is, so sometimes it is difficult to place myself nice and comfy. Okay, cook it, and in the meantime I'm gonna prepare the other color we are gonna use for it, and this is 224 Metallica. It's actually a really nice color, guys, like absolutely amazing. Look how shiny it is, and I thought like it will be really nice to do the design with this color. We also gonna need a drop of the base gel for a gems application. So a base gel, again just a small drop of it for a couple of the gems. Okay, now a second layer. Again, remove the excess of the gel polish. I cannot believe it's actually this thin, like, it's nearly 22 degrees in here. Very unusual actually weather for us, like really, really unusual weather.
Lasting weather, actually.
I know, it's crazy. Like, I mean, that's the warmest summer we ever had in Scotland. Like, and I'm here, what, 20 years now. I know, time's fly. Like, really flies. Guys, sorry, I keep poking the camera with my head. I just kind of need to see what I'm doing. What I did is I pushed back the cuticle one more time. And I should be able to get closer. And the thumb. I know, this color is like amazing. I actually had it on my nails together. Like I had it on my nails as well. I think together with brown one. It's like an ombre. And I quite liked it as well, so much. Okay, perfect. Cook it. Okay, and now we are gonna add the sparkle. Just like this, and now thicken it up. Okay, so I want some, I mean, not too thick, just so I can squeeze a couple gems in there. But look how pretty this color is. So, so pretty. And I'm using the D-liner brush. Look also how bendy Rash's fingers are. Like crazy bendy. This is quite shiny, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of reflecting her finger just to see it, the shape of the line, and then I'm gonna check a client view as well. Sorry guys, you might not see that view. Okay, go back. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna cure that and then we put the gems on. Okay, so just a drop of the base gel. Drop of the base gel. And then blink that on. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
I was hoping it doesn't happen.
It never happens. Anyway, we are just gonna put a couple of the Swarovski crystals, and I've got some rosy gold ones in here, plus some other colors. Okay, now I need some clear. I've got them all mixed. You know what, guys? I am just a bit too close. That's what it happened. Because this shouldn't be at the edge. Oh, I'm gonna have a fun today sorting them out.
I just asked you about it.
Yes, you did ask about it, like how do I sort them out? So usually I just throw them from the bags, and then obviously now I will have to just take this wax gem picker and just sort them out one by one.
Slowly.
And you know what, guys, like I am actually, so I was always applying gems like really regular and like perfect, but since I had my nails done and I have used like a random gem application, I actually really love that random kind of look. And I honestly didn't expect it to look so cool. Now search for a clear one. It's like a mission impossible. I've got it here. Rashi, don't run away from me. It's okay, behave. No, she's always behaving, guys. Okay, so I'm just missing some clear here. Not enough base gel, so if the gem doesn't want to come off, it's mean you have not enough base gel. I like it, I like it. I'm missing one more crystal in here. So I'm still keeping, I'm still keeping them kind of very random shape. You don't want them too regular. Show me. Okay, happy with that. Let's cook it. Okay, and then once they cooked, we are just gonna grab a couple of the caviar beads and just place them again pretty nice and random. They're tiny and you don't want to overdo it with them. Like I still want some glitter showing through it, but just in some places couple of those small beads. They are just very nice early autumn set. It was actually crazy the amount of the brown leaves we have saw yesterday on the trip to the beach.
Is it?
Yeah, it was so weird. We was actually laughing with the Patrick because we never been in a beach when it was so autumny looking.
Where?
Like, you know, we had those...
Only in Scotland.
Like, crazy guys. Like, and I really tan so much. Like, it was so warm. Absolutely, only in Scotland. Okay, show me. Oh, no, close that. Yeah, I like it. It's not over the top, really nice. Let's cook it and then we apply top coat. High Shine No Wipe Top Gel. Check how the light reflects on it. Make sure you don't dip in any dust. Now, I love these brushes because they are quite nice and big. So what I do, remove the excess of the gel polish, flatten my brush, look how thin it is, and then I can go and paint it in there. If you struggle, guys, you could use a small brush. The last crystals I'm top coating anyway. Make sure you top coat the glitter. Then pick up another scoop of the gel polish, and I'm splitting my brush, going into the caviar beads in between the crystals. Yeah, push it in there. And then at the end, I'm just smoothing it out. Keep observing what is happening with my top coat, because as I say, the temperatures are insane and the products are much thinner consistency. Caviar beads top coated. Last gem top coated. And then going in between. Check how smooth it is. This one doesn't behave. Maybe it was touched, so I can see the top coat separating a little bit. Now she's having me nosy. Freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Perfect. So that's the product freeze. I re-inspected it, it's absolutely fine. So maybe it was just like an we touch. Rashi probably says no, she didn't touch it. I mean, it could be even me, like, or I have transferred a tiny bit of the maybe oils from the gloves or from the baby wipes, but I had to catch it early enough and freeze it, because otherwise you could see like on top coat separation, almost like on. It does happen when you've got too oily surface. Again, reflect the light on this one. Then I'm gonna give them a final cure of 60 seconds and show you the full look of the set. So cure it. Perfect, that's them cured, so I can take it and inspect it. Because there might be always some things which I will find. So like, you know, like you always want to make sure things are nice and just the way they should be. And yes, there we are. So this one was touched. I will blame Rashi. Can you see it? What's happening there?
I don't see anything.
I can see it. It's like when the light reflects, there is like a wee dent or something. So anyway, guys, to fix it, I don't know what's happening there. To fix it, I'm just gonna buff this part, nice and gentle, just like this. You don't have to buff it completely. As long as you create a couple scratches, re-inspect other ones, and reapply the top coat, and spend another time cooking it. Okay. They would actually look so pretty in matte as well.
I have never done matte.
But you know,
I really want to. But it's not like lasting, isn't it?
See, the trouble with the matte is like once you touch it with any kind of oils, face cream, you wash your hands, or when it gets wet, it becomes shiny, but like kind of half shiny. Yeah. So it looks awesome on pictures, but lasting time isn't that great. Okay, I have fixed this one. Let's cook it. Okay, that's it redone, so I'm just gonna re-inspect it, guys. Now, what I like to do is sometimes touch it with the file, and that's what we was talking in this video as well at the end, like make sure things are good. And I've got tiny bit of top coat drip in here in a corner. Nice and carefully, so you don't hurt your client. Touch up that one. That one. Clean everything. Then we are gonna go and wash Rashi's hands. I don't want to apply cuticle oil until the hands are really washed and removed from any kind of product residues. And keep that, guys, in mind. Like, you really want to go and wash your client's hands before applying the cuticle oil. Like, you don't want any dust particles or anything like that, because basically what is happening, you are the cuticle oil softens the skin and make it easier to penetrate, and then you are applying it to hide the dust. like, you know, those kind of particles are easier to entering, and that's why I don't do it. But this is a very simple autumn set, and I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed it. We both sending you huge glittery hacks with Rashi, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.